I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now
at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll give to Peterson out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Sheldon,
no gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jacob Phillips in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Natson. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. And right away, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Jarvis Landry. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Josh Allen.
They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
First down, Cleveland.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
18 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they will wind up with a football inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt block.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
They'll run with Chubb. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
1-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Peterson, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
On to punt for the
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Natson. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
1st down, Brown.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Mayfield now. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Handoff comes to Peterson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
42-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They give it to Peterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Peterson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, I like your respect. Give them more than when I get expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, good news.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 51-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. To throw, Mayfield. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
First down, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Here's second and 10. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Mayfield now on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Now the The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Denzel Ward.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Jab 60. Mike 37. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Looking for Chark again. This time he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st down, Cleveland.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play fake. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Mayfield.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Browns first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down by
officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Shotgun, it's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry, baby. Top three, top three.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
To give to Nick Chubb.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
56, 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 31-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Mike's ball. Hey, what's the ball? 44, Mike.
Throwing again. Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's pick it up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mayfield to throw it. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Give. This is Chubb, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Quincy Williams.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that one will be accepted. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. For Nick Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now Mayfield. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Jaguars 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, Peterson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. 51 to Mike, boys. 50 on street. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go, Mike, 51. Mike, 51. Hey, let's come now. Hey, let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Austin Seibert.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Adrian Claiborne picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense. In his defense.
I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards on the play. First down.
A gain of 15.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Mayfield on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland.